Grand Rising, I am Empress Sade El Bay, and this is the Moore's News Network. If you would like to follow us and join our group, you can find us on Telegram at the Moore's News Network. Invite link provided in the description below. We speak on all the latest news, spiritual news, Mother Gaia news, share knowledge, provide products and services, preparedness information, and all the info that you can't speak about on any other social media platform due to content and free speech restrictions. So come and join us. And again, that invite link is provided in the description below. Also, if any of the information provided within this video, past videos, or our message at the Moore's News Network resonates with you, then and you want to support our mission, then please by all means like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I can't say that enough. We really need the people to like and share and subscribe so we can get this information out there to others that may need what we are sharing in these critical times that we are living in today. Um, Now, before we start, I would like to put out a disclaimer. The information that is being reported has not been validated. Again, I will say that again, it has not been validated in its entirety. So please use discretion and do your own research, use your own discernment. We try to stress that so many times, but I like to continue to reiterate that. Use your own research, your own discretion and discernment at this time. We need to all be doing that and going within and finding out what resonates with us, we keep and we take with us, and whatever doesn't, we leave that behind. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there before we start. And also the information, I'm going to read it the best I can, but I'm reading it how the information is provided to me. So sometimes it may be a little sketchy and I'm having computer issues. So just in case you may not hear me for a second, I am still here. I'm going to come back on. We're going to make it through this. But I just wanted to, say that prior to starting. But again, we have breaking news, guys. We have some more breaking news. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull this information up. Again, like I said, I'm going to read it as it comes. So it's going to be kind of spaced out in between how I read it. This is some military intel, allegedly, right? We like to put that up, allegedly. This is a lot of information that has been spoken about if you follow the Q-anon and Patriot movement. Again, I just wanted to put this out there that we don't completely know, but it's so much information out there right now. It probably won't take too long before any truth comes out. But we're going to see. We're going to see what, comes to pass and what doesn't. Okay. So today is November 8th, Monday, 2021. And let me pull this up so we can get started. Okay. The first thing it says, Judy note, London Bridge is falling down. Now, if you don't know anything about London Bridge and the Operation London Bridge, you have to do your own research. But we also spoke on that a little bit more, just a little bit more in some of the other breaking news segments. So you may want to look through the Moore's News Network and look at the other past videos so you can catch up with what's going on. But again, London Bridge is falling down. And here's a big whammy, guys. It says, boom, Queen Elizabeth has passed. So some of us have stated, okay, she'd been passed a long time ago. We're not going to debate it because right now it's about disclosure. So the main thing is disclosing to the public that she has passed, whether it happened, earlier or is happening now. It doesn't matter. It's all about disclosure. So they're saying that this is coming up right now. I don't know if it's out there in the news. I haven't heard anything yet, but they're saying Queen Elizabeth has passed. So that is pushing the red button for that Operation London Bridge. It's everything's starting right now. Okay. And then it says, evidently, the global currency reset started in London at 12 a.m. GMT time on Monday, November 8th. Boom. They come out the door with a lot of good information. Okay. So let me get to the next part. Give me one second. Okay, now they're talking about the Tier 4B US, the internet group could expect to receive instructions on how to do redemptions and exchanges of currency, including the secured website used to set appointments. And that's information because of the currency reset that people are going to be changing their fiat uh, dollars, money, currency for either some type of rainbow currency or whatever this new currency that's going to come out. Again, the Moors, we have Dolarium and we have our own rainbow currency. If you guys have not nationalized, especially now, due to the fact that the corporation is no longer, and at this point, I mean, if the corporation is no longer and people are still claiming somewhat to be corporations or part of it, there's going to be a lot of things that is going to be left up in the air for many people because this is the time that you have to kind of rewrite your own contracts. And if you want to be sovereign and stand on, 10 toes down to the ground and say, hey, I'm sovereign, I'm a living man or woman, this is the time to do it more now than ever. And it says global currency reset according to certain intelligence sources. The recess started at 12 a.m. Monday, November 8th, Greenwich Mean Time, that's GMT, in Greenwich, London, UK, and goes throughout the day, traveling through each time zone around the globe. So that's interesting. Okay. Hold on one second. I want to pull up the next part, see what they say. Restore. Okay. BBC to announce Queen Elizabeth has passed this afternoon. They believe she had passed. It went so. Hold on one second. Had passed. And we're just waiting word from the family. Okay, so that was supposed to be today. Okay, and then it says we are there at the tipping point for kickoff. London Bridge is falling down. This is what Princess Diana said we are all waiting for. They are on standby. Remember, I told you guys that this is supposed to be the kickoff point to kick everything off, that all the disclosure and anything else if you've been following the Q movement. And it says Operation London Bridge, Charlie Ward, Whiplash 347, China was going to a Republican government too, if they weren't already. BIT, like we know, the Queen has been dead almost 2 years. Okay, so they stated again that the Queen being dead for 2 years, but again, this is about disclosure. So let's keep it moving. Okay. Hold on one second. I got to check, make sure my volume is up. Hope everybody can hear me. Okay, it does look like it's up. Okay, so let me keep going. It says, I believe there was an air war, US, Taiwan, Japan, Russia, India versus China. Remember Space Force, war for space control. Is that Xi, which is, I guess that's the China president, then let ground forces in to extract CCP, hence G making this announcement about leading forever under 1776. Boom. They come out the gate with a lot of information, guys. And we're going to see, like, again, if anybody has any information to add to this, you can leave it in the live chat when we premiere this information, or in the comments below. I would love to get information from you guys to see what you have to add to the story, whether you believe it's true or not. Do you have more information on these subjects? Please do, by all means. And come join us and be part of the group chat. We talk about so much information. It's just, you wouldn't believe half of the information that we have on our Telegram page. And it's not just, everybody is their own journalists. Remember, we are the news now. So everybody's posting information everybody, and they have such good information. I can't keep up. I really can't. I have to kind of store and just go back and keep looking at things over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I'm going to do it this segment, but I'm going to be reporting some information that one of the group members just posted between yesterday and today that will blow your minds. It will blow, believe me, once you hear this information. Some of it, it's not going to be new for many people that have already heard these things. I hear people tell me, oh, I heard this. This is old news. Well, a lot of this stuff, if it's old news, it's not for you. It's for people that have not heard this information. And you have to remember, even though that a lot of this information may be a 1 year, 2 year, 3 or 4 year delta, this is the time about disclosure. Just because many people have known this information, it wasn't out to the public. And this is the moment we've been waiting on. So, and they're saying that they're doing these announcements now. Okay, so let's move on. It says, you have read those write ups. King G, perhaps one of seven. What's that say? Is that supposed to be Chongqing? Northern Dams. I'm sorry if I'm saying it incorrectly. And it says 3GD, which is the Three Gorgeous Dams, Wuhan, Pharma Labs, Red Castle. What is this? Tiananmen Square. Oh, I just completely killed that. Russia is interesting. A recent Romanov wedding, wedding after a century plus Melania factor. That's kind of interesting. I don't quite know what they mean with all of that, but it did say something about Humpty Dumpty. So you already know what happened with Humpty Dumpty. Sat on a wall and had a great fall. So uh, I guess they're saying about that. That's what's happening. Okay, so next it says Mr. Poole comes. Boom, boom. It's storm time. Mr. Poole dropped a series of explosive comms about the imminent storm arrival. Queen Elizabeth's death announcement. Wow. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up some more. I'm sorry, I had it on. I didn't know I had it on mute. It says the storm tweet and the EBS. Mr. Poole posted three messages at 1:15 a.m. equals 1:15 Twitter. The first clue was a microphone public announcement with fake timestamp of 8:44 Q44. Boom, 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 boom. Then it says Q2344. Are you ready to see arrest? Are you ready to see pain? Also 1144, which is 144. The time has come. Elizabeth II death. Send the message. Mr. Poole's final post of the set has the phrase, if not now, when? 166 storm arrival. Mhm. Okay, and it says the fake timestamp is also 11:44 p.m. 114455 Q55. Look at Twitter. Exactly this, my fellow Americans. It would appear the time is very near anons. Okay, I'm still waiting for information to come up. I'm sorry for the long pauses, but I got to keep moving along as it comes up. The largest investigation in journalism history exposes a shadow financial system that benefits the world's most rich and powerful. We're not looking at a couple $1 million here. We're looking at trillions of dollars. That's interesting. Let me see here as we move forward. Okay, it says the financial centers of the world, like the US, Europe, the leaders of the world are able to funnel and siphon money away and hide it in these jurisdictions through the use of anonymous companies. Unmasking 29,000 owners of shell companies in tax havens. These are not just politicians and powerful people. We're talking about rock stars, including a lot of celebrities and people who have been convicted of crimes all over the world. Pandora Papers. Mm. And if you haven't heard, they talked about the Pandora Papers, and that information has come out already. So all that information is out on the Pandora Papers. You guys again have to use your own research and go to DuckDuckGo. Don't go through Google. Go through DuckDuckGo. Um, that would be one good way to try to search for information. Now it says c.covid/vax hoax. Okay. On November 1st, what is it? It's some type of, it's a court officially decreed that the mRNA COVID shot is absolutely forbidden for children, adolescents, young men, and women. Wow. I think it's the rabbinical court. It's completely forbidden. Now it says Senator Johnson vaccine panel, Dr. Linda Wastilia. Um, mm, Autopsies. This shows that vaccines are dangerous and people dying of cardiac arrest after vaccine. And if you heard, there's been a lot of people that just died of cardiac arrest. I mean, if you look through the news, and this is mainstream media, if you look through the news, you're going to see a lot of people that they said, oh, they died of cardiac arrest. Then we got that concert that just happened with Travis, what's his name? Travis Scott. And a lot of people just were having cardiac arrest at the time. And they said that, some people were injected with something. I don't know if they were injected with something. And, some people were speculating that it's potential um, of, other things that may have happened. I don't know. Would it be the jab or and so forth? And with the frequencies, maybe, they just may have passed away. I don't know. More information on that is probably going to come up soon and we'll be able to get to the bottom of it. That's just all of the talk that's going on right now. Then it says Pfizer covered up link between jab and myocarditis in children. And then it says doctors McCullough and Rose jointly published an article that revealed how the VAERS database showed a substantial cause and effect relationship between the jab. Hold on one second. I'm just waiting for the information to pull up. This, is so much information. The jab and the myocarditis. Dr. Toby Rogers points out that Pfizer's clinical trial in children was intentionally undersized to hide harms. This is a well-known trick of the pharmaceutical industry. Again, all that stuff is coming out about the pharmaceutical industry. A lot of disclosure is happening right now, guys. If you are not getting the information and going to go out there, because it's not going to show up on your TV, at least not yet, but it is out there. If you read articles, the information is out there. A lot of this stuff that I find comes to my phone, straight to my phone, like news that would just pull up directly from a free app that comes to your phone. So, just read the articles. I mean, just reading the headlines a lot of times tells you so much information. Okay, so let's move on. Now it says the FDA even called them out on it earlier this summer and asked Pfizer to expand the trials, and Pfizer just ignored them because they can. Okay, well, they just have that much power. And then it says breaking, 8 confirmed deaths, 11 cardiac arrests. There you go. I didn't know this was coming up at Travis Scott Astroworld Festival. Proof of negative COVID test or full vaccination required for attendance. They're already talking about some of the information that's been kind of going around already. Again, like I said, more and more information is coming out. Bayer executive admits in public that mRNAs are gene therapies and that without the pandemic, no one would have been willing to have them injected. Well, you definitely wouldn't. Why would you need a gene therapy? A gene therapy. Okay, therapy for your genes. That's interesting. Just think about that. Something wrong with your genes that your gene needs therapy? Okay, because then you thought it was like a flu-like virus that you were just trying to, find a way to get immunity from the virus, and now they're saying they're doing therapy to your DNA, to your genes, your gene pool. So what are they afraid of? What's coming out through that gene pool that they're afraid of? Could it be that X-Men gene? One would guess. You tell me, you tell me. So let's move on. Doctors and vaccine victims testify in a panel in Washington, D.C. to crimes against humanity, CDC, FDA, NIH, Fauci are no shows. So they didn't even show to testify, which we pretty much already kind of know what's going on with Fauci too, but let's just keep moving. Let's just entertain this. Okay. Let's see. Detection of graphene in COVID-19 vaccines by micro Raman. Is that a spectroscopy? Technical report. And this is in it says Almeria, Spain. Almeria, Spain, I believe. I hope I'm saying it properly. Again, bear with me. November 2nd, 2021, Professor Dr. Pablo Compra, Madrid Associate University Professor, PhD in Chemical Sciences degree, okay, and in Biological Sciences. Okay, so let's see what he says. This is on November 2nd. Okay, it says, what else? U.S. cancels contract with major COVID-19 jab manufacturers, emergent. Mike Adams with Dr. Dr. Brian Ardis, 1 million deaths from remdesivir and ventilator homicide. Wow. 1 million deaths. That's a lot of people. And that's their claim, guys. I haven't heard about that. I'm going to have to do my research on that as well. Then it says Australia, Aussies united against tyranny. Let's go, Brandon. Frontline health workers march in Central Coast today against medical mandates. We really send so much positive love, energy, and just that warrior energy for the people over there to make sure that they're doing what it takes to definitely stand up but get themselves spiritually prepared as well for the things that we are going through. I don't see us really going through this stuff for too much longer, guys. We've talked about certain events that may pan out and play out to where this what we're going through may not last as long as what they wanted. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. Now it says Switzerland protests against COVID passports and mandates. Switzerland with their unique and loud protests against COVID passports tonight, which are essentially health let me see, a health apartheid, and the people won't be divided. And now it says international child sex trafficking, Biden administration, child sex trafficking attorney Brian Blim interviews a security guard at a camp for immigrant children near Tucson. Human trafficking is the number one crime on the planet. Two plus children are forced into sex slavery every minute. Their average age is between 12 to 14 years old. The average price is $90 per victim with endless profit. That is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But this disclosure is coming out, so people can know what's going on because a lot of people have just been hidden from the truth. Either they didn't want to see the information or they just was naive to the information, but not anymore. All this information is out there. So it's a fork in the road, red pill, blue pill, and it's for you to decide which path that you're willing to take. Uh, Again, like I stated before, and I'll say it again, I would pick um, the ugly truth over a beautiful lie any day. Okay. Give me the ugly truth, not a beautiful lie. I don't want to live in la la land. I want to be able to prepare myself for whatever's coming my way. And the only way to be prepared is to get the truth, seek the truth. And we are truth seekers. If you're listening to this right now, you are a truth warrior, truth seeker, and you are the light that is, holding up this planet right now. And you need to shine your light so bright and to just be the light, shine your light, and you're going to help others just by being yourself. Okay. Just by being yourself, just do your work, stay in your lane, push your light, and I can guarantee it's going to shine on others. Let's keep it moving. And it says Durham investigation, Durham indictments of Obama, Biden, Hillary, Brennan, Schiff, former director of national intelligence, predicts many more Durham indictments in connection to the Steele dossier. I'm not going to say too much on that because again, everybody kind of wants to debate and say, oh, well, they're gone already. And, they've already passed or they're in Gitmo or this and that happened. Hey, I'm not going to go there. We're not going to have the debate on that. What we do know is that a lot of people may have heard that information, may even have some evidence of that information, but we can all agree that it has not hit mainstream completely yet to where everyone knows yet, and that's where everyone is waiting on. So that's the only thing that matters right now. And from what they're saying, all of this information is about to come out. Okay, so moving forward, it says John Ratcliffe, and I quote, I gave John Durham over 1,000 other documents that have not yet been declassified that I know include intelligence that goes specifically to this criminal activity that would be the basis for further indictments. And again, that this is what I was, stating. A lot of this stuff, even if you know it, is not officially became public yet. And they're pretty much saying it here. And it says, what happened with the Steele dossier? A grand jury is saying was criminal in nature. And I expect that all of the folks, excuse me, and I expect that all of the folks that are involved with creating it and peddling it falsely will be in jeopardy. And I know that's what John Durham is looking at. And as I talked about, this goes to the highest levels of our government. End quote. Moving forward, 2020 election fraud, the Western Journal 2020 swing state lawsuit, nearly 26,000 dead people allegedly found of voter rolls, almost 4,000 dead for at least 20 years. But they were able to vote. So we're going to keep it moving from there. Okay, and it says the real news for Sunday, November 7, 2021, Federal Appeals Court freezes Biden's vaccine. Dark winter. The deep state is making major moves, coming after doctors, politicians, and major podcasters. They said major podcasters. Okay. And it says, and many people who have major followings into the millions who are sharing real information against the jab effects and pandemic. Bill Gates is talking about a smallpox terror attack. This is interesting. They're coming out with a lot of information. We don't know what's true, what's not completely, but we're going to see how things go. It says it's all planned. The final stages of the deep state plan is getting ready to hit the fan. Final chess moves, more lockdowns, more bioweapon releases, controlled collapse, food, gas, supply chain, weather weapons, etc. So this is all the stuff that you guys have been talking about in the group and in other groups. Let me see. Phil drops enormous pieces of new intel to his followers and walks through a hypothetical what if timeline of events new to Phil. And then it says you got to go check him out. What's that? Phil Live. Okay, I'm going to check him out. I haven't heard of him. Then it says just in multiple buildings are being evacuated at the Columbia University in New York City and Cornell University. Interesting. New York over security threats. Brown University in Providence, wow, Rhode Island, is evacuating some campus buildings following a bomb threat. It's okay. Uh, anyone that's in New York right now, please be very careful. It's a lot of stuff that's happening in New York. New York is one of the main places that these stage events have been taking place. So please, if you're in New York or the East Coast, pay attention to what's going on. You definitely have to pay attention. Keep up with updates to the news right now. It's really important. This is not about just fear mongering. Okay. We talk about this a lot. So, my stance on this. It's not about fear mongering. It's about being aware. Okay. So you got to be aware of your surroundings, um, just stay on top of your P's and Q's. Just make sure you have everything that you need. If you ever had to bounce again, this is the time you got to use your intuition. Okay, it's time to use your intuition to kind of guide you, your higher self to guide you on what you need to do. And you're not going to know these things if you're not paying attention to what's going on. Again, I think that's like an ops move. That sound like so opposition type of move to don't pay no attention over here. Don't nothing's happening over here for folks. It's nothing for you to look at. Let's just call it fear mongering. Same way we called it conspiracy theory. Let's just label it that so you can hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and move on about your day. Okay, so next it says the federal government doesn't want America to see what's out there in the desert. Ben Bergquam joins Dr. Gina and exposes that millions of dollars worth of border wall materials have been left to rot in the sun by the Biden administration. As we talk about illegal immigrants, and some people say that even that's not even true about them coming over and seeing them. But, let's just stick with the narrative. If that's the case, and you have all this equipment just sitting there, of course, that looks crazy. Why would you have that materials that could be used if we're so concerned about border controls? So it just doesn't make sense. So next it says, here comes the sun, SUN, how a massive solar storm could put Canada at risk. They are pushing the narrative to another level. They want you to know everything will shut down. Get ready. Again, they've been talking about that. They may potentially blame the solar flare for the reason why Oh, we don't have the any more power, guys. Oh, it's electrical grid shut down. What would you do? What would you do without heat? When it's getting colder, what would you do without light? How would you cook food? How would you get hot water? How would you sterilize things? Okay. It's so much information. How would you cook? Is so much information that's out there about preparedness. And we're going to talk about this again on The Shift. We're going to talk about this on a show called The Shift coming up. So just stick around and be a part of that if you want to be a part of the show. Again, you could come find out if you're in a state where there's any safe zones that you can potentially go to. Ask your questions on that. Ask your questions about preparedness, and even come and join uh, groups that are gathering together to help form communities to be prepared to just be able to go and at least have certain people that are on the same thing that you're on in an environment where you guys can bunker down and take shelter if need be. It's just in the best place that you can. Okay. So if you want to be a part of that, then join the shift. Okay. So that will be coming out shortly. So stay tuned. Next, it says 12,000 ballots recently found. It was Hillary. John Durham finds first evidence of Russian collusion in bombshell revelation. And then it says FBI searches homes of Project Veritas linked people, James O'Keefe. And if you don't know who that is, you're going to have to do your research of Project Veritas and who James O'Keefe is and so forth. Okay, next it says 32,000 nurses at Kaiser Permanente going on strike. Newsom was arrested at his home on November 2nd. Sounds like he attempted suicide. He's unconscious and hold on. Let's see if I could go back. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, he's unconscious and is incubated. Okay, I just want to make sure that I read everything before we move forward. So now it says, Australia, we need help. Our Aboriginal people need help. This government and armed forces are destroying these people. Police attack military activists. Let's keep it moving. New Zealand needs help. Chase Bank outages. Get your money out the banks, guys. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Get your money out of the banks. You're going to see that more and more. It's been a lot of bank outages, even if it's just for short periods of time. If you, again, this goes back to awareness again. You can say fear mongering, but if you had a Chase Bank and it was in your account, you couldn't get in, you could not send money or take money out, that's an issue. Okay, that's a huge issue that you may want to be aware of. Okay, and it says Chase Bank outages, major cities across the US hit by delayed transactions. Users are reporting glitches in many cities from San Francisco, Louisiana, Texas, and New York. Again, we've been knowing about this information for at least the last couple of days. We get so much information on our group, in our group on Telegram. We get so much information. A lot of stuff that we hear about, we will hear about whether it's a week, 2 weeks. Some of the stuff we didn't heard about years ago, and now it's like the public is just catching up to all this information. Okay, so moving on, it says the most common issue being flagged on the site Down Detector. You got to go to Down Detector to see what websites are down, and they would tell you, if there's any outages, they would tell you what websites are down. So you on the site Down to Detector appears to be deposits and payments not hitting accounts on both ends. Just like I told you, that's what's going on with Chase right now. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, and it says, oh, I think that's it. That was it for today. Okay, well, guys, that is the news for today. Um, Again, we're going to have more information for you. So just stick around. I'll say stick around, stay tuned to everything that's going on. Stay aware, stay alert, do your research. This is the time. We're going to have multiple things going on right now. If you're part of the Morris News Network and you're already a member, then you know that we're providing information on preparedness for the shift, whether it's the spiritual shift right now, whether it's the shift that's going on the planet. We have information about getting your magic classes together. We're going to be doing magic classes. And for those that want to be able to get their magic going and get that pineal exercising right now, we're going to be doing a lot of that. So reach out to me if you are interested in any of that. That's going to be, you can reach out to me on Telegram or at the Morse News Network at gmail.com. That information should be provided in the description below as well. And then we're also I'm providing like a book package that I'm going to give many different books. It's going to be PDFs on things that you need to know right now, that you need to download, put it to your USB, print it out, and save copies so you can have this information. Because a lot of the information on the internet, from what we're hearing, if you have heard about this, is going to be wiped. It's going to be all gone. All the information is going to be all gone, and you're going to have to really start using that pineal and pulling information from the Akashic records to keep things going, because you may not have that information no more. So that's something to keep in mind, not to fearmonger, but to stay aware and plan. Okay. Uh, 5 P's. What is that? A proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. And then I'm going to be offering services for people that are interested, whether it's Reiki, pranic healing, um, Tai Chi and Qigong. We're going to be doing that as well. Um, Herbal, we're going to be doing a lot of herbal classes, especially now because some people may have they took the bot shot and they're just trying to see what to do about it. We have information on that. We have information on what to do about that as well. I mean, it's just information to at least try. Okay. Try something. It's better than doing nothing. And then what else? All in nationality. Nationality is the order of the day. So if you are interested in nationalizing yourself, the time is now. Okay. Now more than ever, you should be trying to nationalize. So I definitely can't stress that enough. So if you're interested in that as well, again, you can reach me at the Morse News Network at gmail.com, and then also on Telegram at the Morse News Network. So, like again, stay tuned. We're going to have more shows. We're going to be pumping out more information. We're going to be trying to get you guys prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychically, financially, whichever way we can. We're here to help. We're doing our light worker, our star seed duties on this planet to wake up the masses, but overall to get people to do that inner journey and that inner work and that shadow work, so you guys can prepare yourselves for what is coming up and all the events that's coming up ahead of us. Well, it's coming up now, really, the events that are going on exactly right now. Okay. So thank you so much again for tuning in. And please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And we will see you next time on the Morris News Network. I am Empress Sade El Bay, and peace and love and grand rising to the indigenous sovereign Moors. Okay. Ashe.